Dandava Pranam Maharaj. Dandava Pranam. Thank you for joining.
Dandavad, Hare Krishna. I'm sorry. Dandavad. I'm sorry I missed the time. I was thinking 5:30.
Not to be sorry, Maharaj. Not to be sorry. Everything in good time.
Yeah. Actually, tomorrow we are planning to travel to Ekachakra, and we were doing some preparation for that.
Okay.
And I was thinking it's 5:30. I'm sorry.
Dandavad Maharaj.
Dandavad, Gautam Prabhu.
কেমন আছেন?
ভালো আছি, আপনারা কেমন আছেন?
সবাই ভালো আছে, কৃষ্ণ কৃপায় গুরুদেবের কৃপায়। বলো ধন্যবাদ গুরুদেব।
Dandavad Krishna Kesava Prabhu, Dandavad Rajeshwari Devi, Dandavad to all the devotees.
Dandavad.
Yugavardhan, Hare Krishna. Then what's
Srimad Muni Maharaj? He's well. Is there with you?
He was feeling little, like a little feverish today.
Oh.
And I was feeling also a little cold today. Weather is changed. Cyclone is coming here in this area.
Oh.
And they're saying that it may create, some disturbance in Kerala and Mumbai. 1 minute. I'm sharing the Zoom information to Muni Maharaj. He's asking. Okay.
Maharaj, everything went well with the COVID testing and booking?
Yeah, we tested it, but still we are waiting for the report. That's what we are coordinating with. They are saying that after 6 o'clock, we have to contact them again.
Because you need the test results to travel. Otherwise,
yes, I cannot travel without that. So it is very much essential. So I told that they will try to send it tonight, they say. So I'm waiting for that.
Okay.
Maharaj, and then you travel by car or by train?
Flight from here to Calcutta by flight. And then from Calcutta, actually, unfortunately, today also another problem happened. Whole Bengal, they have imposed the lockdown until 30th, starting from tomorrow. So it's like complete lockdown. So you can go there only with emergency. So because we have already ticket booked in advance, so I sent this to one of our devotees who is receiving me. So hopefully they will allow me to come from airport to other places. Bengal is also having every day 21,000 cases coming.
That's too much.
Big number actually. Every day this many cases are coming. Even villages, everywhere the infection spread.
Maharaj, you going straight to Ekachakra from the airport?
Yes, I want to go straight to airport. Yeah, to Ekachakra from airport. That's what we are planning. Hopefully that will work out.
Maharaj, you must please look after yourselves and Muni Maharaj in the flight and everything, in the airport and everything.
We are try our best.
Get a very good sanitizer each and keep sanitizing. Do whatever you can do, please.
Okay. Okay.
Keep your mask on, Maharaj. Keep your distance.
Yes.
Keep distance.
COVID is finding a way always to penetrate. As much as you seal, it's finding a way.
Maharaj, when you get to Ekachakra, you let us know.
Yes, sure. Tomorrow, if everything goes well, tomorrow night only I will be reaching Ekachakra.
Okay.
Yeah. 1 minute. So Muni Maharaj is trying to log into the Zoom. So he's asking me some information. So What is the plan for today program?
Yes, Maharaj, today's program. So basically, we'll start off with Vandana, and then I'll hand over to you and Muni Maharaj. You can do your talk.
Yes.
Then we will do Srila Acharya Dev's Guru Aarti. Then the devotees will take turns to give honor to Srila Acharya Dev, describe some of the experiences with him. Then the cooking session with Rajeshwari Didi. Then we'll have some kirtan and conclude like that, Maharaj.
Good. I think it will be good. Start with Vandana and then Acharya Dev's Kirtan. Then we will speak. That will be good.
Okay, Maharaj, we can do that. Yeah.
Yes, that will be nice.
Okay, then let us start then, Maharaj.
Yes.
Let me share my screen here. Everyone can see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunbalitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Pucha Shri Guru Varga Vandita Mahabhavanvita Yoshada Purvaparya Parampara Prachalita Praja Pramurta Kritehe Bhaktir Nirmala Nirjarasa Nibritam Shamrakakam Shadaram Vande Shri Gurudevam Ananta Shira Achajavaram Nijam Gurvabhishta Shupuragam Guruganera Shisha Shambushitam Chantya Chantya Samaste Nipunam Sri Rupa Pandhanugam Govinda Pita Mujvalam Bharatanum Bhakti Anvitam Sundaram Vande Vishwa Guruncha Divya Bhagavat Premnuhi Bija Pradam Devam Divyatanam Sachanda Vadanam Balarka Chalanchitam Chandrananda Puram Shadeka Varnam Vairagya Vidyambudim Shri Siddhanta Saraswati Vidito Gauriya Gurvan Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Shubhakti Lashitam Saraswataram Varam Vandetam Shubhadamadeka Sharanam Nyashishwaram Shridaram Pancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubayevacha Patitanam Pavanappo Vishnapapo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namna Gurutise Namaha Vrindaya Tulasi Devaya Priyaya Kesavasacha Krishna Bhakti Pradidevi Satchavache Namo Namaha Hatanatva Mantra Gurun Bhagavat Hatadan Vyasan Jagat Guru Natva Tattva Jai Mudi Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Gauranga Gandharva Govinda Sundara Pata Pavanam Jayastu Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasari Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. My humble thanks to all the devotees. It is an honor and a pleasure to be with you all here on this Zoom session today. Thank you for joining us in giving honor to our beloved Gurudev, Om Vishnupad Jagat Guru Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Goswami Maharaj. I know that this has been a very difficult week for the devotees, but it's in times like this that we keep in the association of the sincere devotees. In this way, we can find some strength to continue in our service as per our Gurudev's instructions. So we shall start with Srila Acharya Dev's Guru Aarti. Let me share that. 1 second. I'm trying to share, but the PowerPoint slideshow keeps coming up.
Do you want me to share?
Close it. Let me try one more time. Maharaj.
Memory, it's on the memory stick.
I got it open. I'm not sure why it's not coming up. Share. Gurudeva Aarti Shruti. It's selecting it and I'm sharing it. There we go. Everyone can see?
Yes.
Okay.
You just gotta scroll up.
Yeah, there we go. Jai Shri Gurudev Stuti ki Jai. Shiva Chanta Maharaj, would you like to sing?
Who? Krishna Kesava Prabhu, do you know this song?
Okay.
Krishna Kesava Prabhu, do you know this song? Krishna Kesava Prabhu, can you hear? We can't hear you.
Maharaj?
Yes, can you sing this song? Do you know?
I think Krishna Kinkar Prabhu sings much nicer.
Okay,
I don't know the melody so well.
Then that
I
will be
will
good.
try. I will try to sing.
Can I sing, Prabhu?
Jai Shri Guru. Yeah. Okay. TD.
Shri Gurudev Stuti. Jaya Jaya Gurudev Acharya Nirmala.
Jaya Jaya Guru Deva Acharya Nirmal.
Kola Deepa Maje Tumar Leela Virala.
Ajay Tomar Lila
Virala.
Tumi Bhakti Nirmala, Tumar Karuna Nirmala.
Tumi Bhakti Nirmal,
Tomar
Tumar
Karuna
Karuna
Nirmala.
Tumar Mata Guru Puja Puvane Virala.
Tumar Guru Pava Bhuvane Virala.
Tumi Dayal, Tumi Mukta, Tumi Karuna Maye.
Tumi Dayal, Tumi Mukta, Tumi Karunamaya.
Goloka Majare Tumar Mahima Gaya.
Goloko
Kamachare Tomar Mahima Yegaya.
Guru Krupa Tumi Karo Asana Lankata.
Guru Kripa Tumi Karo
Asan
Asalankrita.
Adama Janare Krupa Karo Havirata.
Adhama Janare Kripa Karo Virata.
Mahaprabhu Kata Mata Grame Jana Gaya.
Mahaprabhu Katha Mata Grame Ganje Giya.
Harinama Bhuvane Kari Dilaya Bariya.
Harinama Kani Dilaya.
Parampara Dara Tumi Karo Halokita.
Parampara Dhara Tumi Karo Alokita.
Jaira Kirana Mata Tribhuvana Bhusita.
Sudhira Kirana Bhuvana Bhusita.
Guru Hagne Bahu Deshe Mandira Sthapiya.
Guru Agya Bahu Dese Mandira Sthapiya.
Mahaprabhu Shiksha Tumi Dite Ye Baliya.
Mahaprabhu Tumi Dile Vilaya.
Papita Priyata Chela Paschate Paschata.
Papita Pijata Chila Pracho Paschate.
Bhakti Siddhanta Adara Pachi Dile Hesa.
Bhakti Siddhanta Dhara Puchile.
Patita Pavana Tumi Karunara Sindhu.
Patita Pavana Karunara Sindhu.
Adama Janara Tumi Hagitara Bandhu.
Adhama Janara Tumi Hagitara Bandhu.
Mata Matanga Gati Madhira Mandahasa.
Matanga Gati Madhura Mandahasa.
Kena Tumi Havaduta Nityaira Prakasa.
Hena Tumi Avaduta Nitayir Prakasha.
Kitana Karo He Tumi Jivera Lagiya.
Kirtana Kara Tumi Lagiya.
Chetana Karo He Tumi Krishna Namadiya.
Kirtana Kara Tumi Krishna Namadiya.
Jalamala Haki Na Purna Sasadara.
Jalamolo Akhi Jana Purna Sasadhara.
Kena Dile Yemana Dayara Sagara.
Katao Nadekeman Dayara Saghara.
Marasa Vaisila Hakila Samsara.
Premarasa Samsara.
Bila Kola Dipa Janayara Dara.
Jubila Kola Dipa Jana Viradhara.
Brahma Maheshwara Hadi Bhave Mane Mane.
Brahma Maheshwari Bhave Mane Mane
Ananta Bhavana Jare Sahasraya Vadane
Ananta Bhavana
Sahasravadane
Tumhara Marati Sada Karibe Harati
Tumharo rati sada karibe arati
Ayana Variya Shayi Hari Bamurati
Nayana Bhariya Hariva Murati
Tumhara Charitra Jebe Karibe Kirtana
Tumhara charitra seva karibe kirtana
Tumhara Charitra Jebe Karibe Kirtana
Tumhara charitra seva karibe kirtana
Ehada Mama Gesada Takura Charana
Yada mage
Tahara Charana
Ehada Mama Gesada Tahara Charana
Yada mage tahara
Charana
Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva
Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva
Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva
Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva
Jai Guru Deva.
श्रील भक्ति निर्मल आचार्य गोस्वामी महाराज की जय जय भारती की जय निताई गौकपनंदे हरि हरि बोल Now we'll hand over to Srimad Shanta Maharaj and Srimad Muni Maharaj. Dandavas Maharaj.
Muni Maharaj would like to say something about Srila Acharya Maharaj.
Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Pujya Sri Guru Varga Vandita Mahabhavanvitaya Sada Purva Parja Parampara Prachalita Prajya Pramurta Krutehe Bhakti Nirmal Nirjharasa Nibritam Sangrasa Kunshadaram Bande Shri Gurudevam Acharya Varjam Nijam. Jai, all glories to Om Vishnupad, Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Goswami Maharaj ki jai. All glories to Sri Rup and Sanatan ki jai. All glories to Sri Rupanuk Guru Parampara ki jai. So now it is almost a week, maybe 5 days, that we heard this heart-shattering news, and we could not believe, and we were praying to Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu that they may allow Srila Acharya Maharaj to continue, but it is their will, so they have taken him. So we are also helpless, but it is said that Lavamatra sadhu sange sarva siddhi hoy. Sadhu sanga sarva shastra koy, Lavamatra sadhu sange sarva siddhi hoy. So whatever little Srila Acharya Dev has given us his very precious and very loving association, it is sufficient for everyone to receive the grace of Mahaprabhu and Nitai. So it is important that one must remember Gurudev in terms of not only remembering him as a person, but also the services which were granted and which were accepted by personality of Gurudev. It is said that actually the worship of Gurudev is called Vyas Puja. Vyas Puja we normally perform on a particular day, but actually Vyas Puja means worship of Guru, that is to be done always, Nitya. So And what does this Guru Puja mean or Vyas Puja mean? Is that it is nothing but the worship of Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. That is Vyas Puja. Because Gurudev is actually non-different manifestation, Prakash. Yadyapi Amar Guru Chaitanya Das Tathapi Jani Ami Tahar Prakash. I know that my Gurudev is not Supreme Personality of Godhead, but actually he is servant of Mahaprabhu. Still, he is he is a complete manifestation of the mercy of Mahaprabhu. So I must worship my Gurudev in that way, having full faith, dedication, and Sharanagati. I was hearing one video, they had posted it today in the Facebook, and Srila Acharya Maharaj is telling one boy, Dayal Nitai, it is not necessary to know many mantras. Only, even if you don't know mantra, if you sing lovingly, with affection, the glory of the Mahaprabhu and devotees, that is sufficient. There's no need to know so many difficult things. But if the heart is simple, then one's service will reach at the feet of Mahaprabhu by mercy of Gurudev. So he was making that point very clear. And like this, Srila Acharya Dev has given so many beautiful nectarian instructions to different devotees. And it is time to remember those instructions. And some services there now, which different devotees are doing, and those are also important. But in the long run, when Gurudev has disappeared in one particular way, but actually he has not disappeared, because Gurudev is eternal. He always lives within his instructions in the heart of his sincere devotee. And the devotee will never forget his Gurudev in the form of his instructions. So therefore, if one is really feeling separation, then that will manifest in the form of service. Once Srimad Bhakti Puri Maharaj told, what should you ask when you approach a Vaishnav or a Guru? Is not that, Gurudev, please give me some blessings. No, we should not ask like that. We should ask Gurudev, or we should ask the Vaishnav, please engage me in some service. That's all we should ask. Because that's all is the life of the devotees. So Acharya Maharaj, Srila Acharya Maharaj, actually, he was from, he was a very sort of a brilliant person, intelligent person. And he had a lot of idea about different things like the villages. He has idea about the law systems. He had idea about so many aspects of management. But once when I had got sannyas, he told me that in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there are about 5 chapters in the Madhya Lila, beginning with, I think, Mahaprabhu desiring to go to Vrindavan. And then there is first Rup Siksha, teachings to Srila Rupa Goswami. And then there is teachings to Sanatana Goswami. So this is the very heart of Chaitanya Charitamrita. So he told me like that. This is the main center of Chaitanya Charitamrita. And I remember once Srila Govind Maharaj told that he likes to hear Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So I had remembered that instruction once he was telling like that. And Srila Acharya Maharaj also told me during my sannyas that this is the main part of Chaitanya Charitamrita. So I felt that in that way, I felt some connection between Srila Acharya Maharaj and Srila Govind Maharaj like that. So Srila Acharya Maharaj, it is well known that he made many temples in Bengal, and he made a few temples in, I think he wanted to make few more temples. That was his inner driving force. He always wanted to establish some center, some temple And he also helped us in the scientific presentation of Krishna consciousness, which we were holding every year from the year 2013. I remember in 2013, we had a small conference in Bhubaneswar, and he could not come, but he sent a message for us. And since that year, every year he was sending a message for the success of scientific presentation of Krishna consciousness. Srila Acharya Maharaj used to say, everybody gets sannyas, but when he received sannyas, then Srila Govind Maharaj told, his sannyas is basically three things, 3 points or 3 mantras. Serve the devotees, serve the cows, and serve the deities. 3 things. If the devotees are happy, if the cows are happy, then automatically deities will be happy and everybody will be very happy. So in spite of many difficulties, Srila Acharya Dev always tried that devotees may become little happy. He tried his level best. And like a protective, like Srila Govind Maharaj used to say, Srila Gurudev, that you are my Alsatian dog. So like that only, like a very faithful servitor of Srila Gurudev, he protected the temple for many years, up until his last day in this earthly pastimes. So Srila Gurudev told mainly that he loves the mutt very much. That Srila Acharya Dev, he loves the mutt very much, and he is trying his level best that the mutt's property may not go outside. And he said that he has some special type of love which Srila Govind Maharaj did not find in many people. So in that sense, Srila Govind Maharaj, Gurudev, found Srila Acharya Maharaj very unique as far as this loving aspect is concerned. And many times I experienced this when in the management side, sometimes it is some difficulties coming always. But beyond that, if somebody could reach Srila Acharya Maharaj, then he could see the love in his heart that manifested in so many practical forms, like serving prasadam, organizing the conferences in these programs, different festivals very carefully, especially the parikramas. Every year he was organizing. This year also he organized a nice parikrama, and we had gone to all the places where we were going in past. So Srila Acharya Maharaj many times told that actually he learned everything from Srila Gurudev. Many things which people sometimes tell, but because Srila Acharya Maharaj had heard those things from Srila Gurudev, that's why he could have very fine understanding, very simple and very insightful understanding about so many points of Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy and other topics. Especially he told that he told a pastime of Srila Sanatana Goswami, that when Sanatana Goswami was going to Vrindavan to be united with Srila Rupa Goswami under the desire to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then there was a servant with him. I think his name was, I forget the name, but he had kept some 8 gold coins. And then what happened when they stayed in one place in between? Then what happened? He saw the owner of the the hotel where he was staying. He was very meticulously serving him, like taking care of all needs of Sanatana Goswami. Then Sanatana Goswami was very intelligent, and he became suspicious that there is no reason why he is so attentive to me. Then he asked his servant, "Do you have anything with you?" And that time he replied, oh, I did not tell you, but I have about 8 gold coins. I have 7 gold coins. Actually, he lied in that sense. They were 8, but he told actually 7. Then Sanatana Goswami told, because of those gold coins, we will be killed by tomorrow. So better you voluntarily give him those gold coins, and that way we can proceed for the service of Mahaprabhu. So that servant understood, but still he kept 1 gold coin and gave the 7 gold coins to that particular that owner of the hotel. Then the owner of the hotel knew that they have 8 gold coins because he had a very powerful astrologer who could tell such things. But still he allowed that. He said, okay, fine, no problem. I have got 7 gold coins, it's fine. Then Sanatana Goswami understood that also and asked him, do you still have some money? Then he said, I have 1 gold coin. Then Sanatana Goswami said, okay, it is not easy for you to lead the kind of life that is now going to come. Better you go back. And then Sanatana Goswami went ahead to meet Srila Rupa Goswami, because Vrindavan is a life of Saranagati, especially life of Rupa and Sanatan is it's actually Saranagati. But if somebody has not that faith, that level of faith, I mean, then it is not so easy to assist that type of mood. So Sanatana Goswami actually in that way, he revealed that particular pastime, and Srila Acharya Maharaj was talking about that. That Sanatana Goswami had one, katha that you say. It means some kind of like a shawl for winter, and Mahaprabhu did not like that. So then Sanatana Goswami gave up that also, and then Mahaprabhu was very happy when he saw that Sanatana Goswami was wearing a very simple, almost torn type of shawl. Then Mahaprabhu was happy that Sanatana Goswami has that type of mood necessary for service for which he has been selected. So Srila Acharya Maharaj used to talk about all these points, especially teachings of Rupa and Sanatan. And I am considering myself very fortunate that somehow by the mercy of spiritual masters, and especially Bhakti Madhav Puri Maharaj, and also Srimad Bhakti Niskam Shanta Maharaj, I could get some service opportunities from Srila Acharya Maharaj. So in that way, I consider those little moments as very precious. And I am also eager to hear from devotees whatever little or more they have from Srila Acharya Maharaj. And I consider that alone we are insufficient in so much services, but together, unitedly, if we proceed, which means 3 things. We have to have some kind of tolerance. Then we have to have some way to serve devotees, and we should have some humility. If we can develop these 3 cultures, then it is possible to continue the mission of Srila Acharya Maharaj within our hearts. So actually, Srila Acharya Maharaj made all these arrangements, so many temples and so many other facilities just for the service of the devotees. And many of the devotees are still in some difficulties, like they are feeling some intense sadness due to recent passing away of Srila Acharya Maharaj. And on the other hand, we are now almost separated because of the pandemic situations, that everybody is now afraid in some sense, and trying their level best to have a safe life and safe situation. And maybe after some time, when situations become more clear, then it may be possible to have more active engagements. But this is a time for meditation and to think deeply. and also to be acting safe and carefully, taking all precautions, so that we can be of use and value for the services given by the previous acharyas. So I thank you so much. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubheva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavabhyo namo namah.
Thank you, Srimad Muni Maharaj, for this very inspiring words.
Thank you.
Shubhachandra Maharaj, would you like to continue?
Jai. Srimad
Jai.
Bhakti Vigyan Muni Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Mukam karoti vachalam pangham langhayati giri jatkripa tamaham bande Sri Guru Dinatarinam Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Jaina Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Sarudamadara Swamiti Namini Namo Sadbhakta Mane Manipur Udbhaveja Prabhupada Lasyata Vani Prachara Niratayate पूज्य श्री गुरु वर्ग वंदित महाभावान्वित सदा पूर्वापर्य परंपरा प्रचलित प्राच्य प्रमुक्तकिते भक्तिर निर्मल निजरस निवृतम संरक्षकम सादरम वंदे श्री गुरुदेव नाथ शिराचार्य वर्जम निजम गुरुभाविष्ट सुकरकम गुरुगणेराशीष संभूषितम चिंता चिंत समस्त वेद निपुणम शिरूप पंथानुगम गोविंद विदम उज्ज्वलम भरतनम भक्तान्वितम सुंदरम वंदे विश्व गुरुम च दिव्य भगवत प्रेमना हि बीज प्रदम अधनत्वा मंत्र गुरुन भागवतार्थदान व्यासान् जगत गुरु नत्वा तत जय मुदिराय वृंदाय तुलसी दिव्याय प्रियाय केशवस्य च कृष्ण भक्ति पति देवी सत्यवत्यै नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव सादि गौर भक्तबिंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। और humble dandavat pranam to all the devotees, to all the Vaishnavas. By the grace of devotees, by the grace of Vaishnavas, we can participate in some humble service. That is our only hope. Without the devotees, we cannot participate in any service. Devotees are our only hope. So we all gathered today to remember the glories, teachings of Om Vishnupad Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Goswami Maharaj. So it's very fortunate occasion. We are very fortunate to join, even though we are not qualified. But yet, scripture says, Sadhu said, Vaishnavera gunagan korile jivero tan. Suniyachi sadhu guru mukhe. We have heard from the lotus mouth of sadhu and guru. If I can glorify Vaishnava, then I can be delivered from my own, what you can say, conditioning. Even though we are not qualified yet, we are trying to say joy. We are saying joy. We don't know what is that, glory is, we not realize it, but at least we are saying joy. That is also nice. So, I know that is very difficult time for all of us, that, we have lost the direct access of Srila Acharya Maharaj at this moment. We used to contact him whenever something has to be inquired through phone, and he's so easily accessible. So it was, what you can say, quite fast. Everything happened. We cannot even conceive. It happened so fast. In few days, fever, and Maharaj passed away. We were listening Sunday Zoom song, and next Sunday we want to listen, then already Maharaj passed away. It was quite a big shock for all of us actually, and especially in Bengal, I am feeling very sad. So many devotees, they are all crying and are feeling so sad. Maharaj departure. Maharaj was spending so much time. Acharya Maharaj was spending so much of time with all these Bengali devotees. Is giving so much nourishment to them, and they are all feeling so much love from Maharaj. They were all so sad. So when they are calling me, then I am feeling that, and also I was talking with Srimad Puri Maharaj. Puri Maharaj also told you should go. Then I was also feeling that I should not be selfish, even though situation is not so good. Corona is everywhere. in Bengal and Bangalore, wherever, everywhere the corona is there. But yet we should go and try to do the best, try to help whatever we can, even though we ourselves find very insignificant. But we try to do like that. Once I remember something that I have talked with Srila Acharya Maharaj. Actually, it's last year when we had a conference at IIT Madras. We had a conference there on the topic of ontological distinction between mechanical, chemical, and biological systems, just before Ekachakra festival. And then after the conference is finished, we all went to Ekachakra. Subhasini Didi was also there with us from Ireland. Muni Maharaj, myself, we all went. She was there in the conference in Madras, and then we all went to Ekachakra. Maharaj was arranging all the necessary requirements at Ekachakra for prasadam distribution for the villagers who will attend. Then when I reached there, I have gifted him one book that we have printed of Srimad Bhakti Puri Maharaj, Idols of the Mind versus True Reality. Then he was telling me that you have done in a conference with very few people who are gathered, and you have to work so hard. But you see, so many people gathered here, I can easily manage everything. He told me like that. Then I told to him, Maharaj, you are like Hanuman throwing big stones. You are like Hanuman, a big mountain stone you are throwing, but I am like a small squirrel. Squirrel devotee of Lord Ram, a small squirrel also. So many big servitors are there. They were all throwing big stones into the ocean for constructing bridge to reach Lanka. And one small squirrel is watching, oh, devotees are working hard. Let me also assist according to my capacity. And only throwing, few pebbles, dipping into the ocean water. And with that wetness, going to the sand and some picking up few pebbles of sand and trying to throw that sand on the bridge. So I told that my contribution is of that nature. I told him, and he was very happy when he heard like that. So we have to be, what you can say, see that Maharaj, how spontaneously and very, what you can say, easily he could arrange, such big programs. And the kind of energy that Maharaj used to give to everybody. Everybody were so much enthusiastic in the programs. He was very, tireless and doing all this programs. We will be very tired, even do a little bit of that. But he was so much energy he was displaying actually, that giving, so much strength. And he used to say about, always, I remember, about 4 kinds of faith. He used to say about 4 kinds of faith. And that is Komala Shraddha, Taranga Shraddha, and Dhruda Shraddha, and Sudruda Shraddha. I have not heard anybody saying like that. But Maharaj used to pick some, few important points that I always remember, some of the things that Srila Acharya Maharaj always used to repeat. And I remember some of those. One of the thing is this, about the 4 kinds of faith that he used to always say. Komala Shraddha means very soft faith. Shraddha is not faith. I cannot say faith. It is a condensed form of faith actually. It's a condensed. Vishwas is Shraddha. Vishwas is the faith. And yeah. So actually, Vishwas, the faith, what we are saying, when the faith is becoming condensed, that is known as Shraddha. Like I was giving the example of milk and rabdi. I don't know what you call rabdi in English. Is like condensed milk. Huh? You may say condensed milk. You keep on cooking the milk on the pan, and it keep on reducing the water, and it become very dense actually. So how much condensed is the faith? how much condensed, and according to that, different levels of Shraddha is there. So Komala Shraddha means one who is immediately influenced by some environmental difficulties. Gurudev, Vaishnava told us, you have to put tilak, wear kantimala, and do this chanting. And somebody criticized us, told, oh, you become a very great devotee. What is this all, big tilak and all those things you are putting, trying to make fun. And then we immediately remove everything and put in the, some safe place. We don't want to, what you can say, get criticized by others like that. Then we change everything. That is very weak kind of Shraddha, Komala Shraddha. And Taranga Shraddha means when the waves are coming, Taranga means waves, devotees are coming, then we are very much enthusiastic. Programs are happening, Gaur Purnima, Ekachakra, then we are dancing Haribol, Haribol, and it's finished, then we are all gone. Everything is finished. That is like a Komala, a Taranga Shraddha. And Dudha Shraddha means we don't care if somebody is criticizing or, whatever doing, whether waves are coming or not. We are continuing our, services with faith. And Sudhura Shraddha means if somebody threatens us, like in the case of Haridas Thakur, I will kill you if you don't stop chanting. Or they say you can kill me, but I cannot stop chanting. So that type of thing. So, and Srila Acharya Maharaj always used to say, Shraddha anusare hoy bhakti adhikari. According to one's that condensed form of phrase, Shraddha, one can get different levels of realization in devotional life. So we can know an individual from his faith. What kind of faith he has on the Vaishnava. From that we know what kind of devotee he is. Our faith can be tested severely at any time, actually. So that is our only connection with Guru, Vaishnava is the faith, if we have it. If we don't have it, then we don't have actually a real connection with Vaishnava. Mahaprabhu also tested a great devotee, Srivas Thakur, his faith on Nityananda Prabhu. Saying, why are you associating with Nitai? Why are you associating with him? He is not following any rules, regulations. He don't following the code and conduct that's supposed to be followed by a Vaishnava like that. He wearing any dress, anything. He don't follow a particular kind of, way that a Vaishnava or a devotee must be behaving. He can do anything. Nityananda Prabhu is Avadut. He can do anything. We don't know what kind of dress he will wear at any time and what kind of thing he will do. We don't know. He can become naked and do so many things. We don't know what he will do. Then Srivas Thakur is saying, what are you saying, Prabhu? Telling to Mahaprabhu. If Nityananda Prabhu is holding in one hand a bottle of wine and another hand he's putting on the shoulder of a very degraded lady, then still he will be worshipped by Brahma and Shiv. When Srivas Thakur said like this, Mahaprabhu told, today you purchased me, Srivas, with your faith on Nitai, you purchased me. So what kind of faith we have? We were reading a few days back Ramanuja's pastime, when Ramanuja's appearance. Ramanuja's pastime. And then we were saying one Vaishnava, who is the disciple of Ramanuja Shiksha Guru, Yamunacharya, he was there. And then he has seen that Ramanuja was falling down and offering Dandavat, but he was not reacting at all. In hot sun, actually, Ramanuja was offering Dandavat. Then one of his disciples become angry, even on the Guru of Ramanuja, whom Ramanuja is offering Dandavat. He become angry on him. What kind of person you are, that he is suffering in the hot sun and you are not doing anything to make him get up from there. Then he told, I was seeing, does anybody in this assembly has any love? Does his disciple really love Ramanuja or not? I was testing. I'm happy that you reacted that way. He was very happy seeing that reaction. Mm. He was testing whether I have any real love for Ramanuja. So love can transcend all other formalities, actually, formal kind of things. Mm. People are too much worried with formalities, but they don't give any importance to substance. Sridhar Maharaj always was saying form and substance. We are nose. I was telling this for last many days. Whether you want to keep your nose and die, or you want to remove your nose and breathe and survive, what you will prefer? Hmm? Sridhar Maharaj asked very nice question. Whether you want to keep your nose and you will die, or whether you want to remove your nose, but you can breathe and you will survive, what you will prefer? Obviously, intelligent person will select that option of removing nose and you'll survive. But you are too much busy with the form, formalities, and completely ignoring the essence. What is the essence? And that is the most important thing. Hmm? The essence. Vaishnava is not just one photo. Vaishnava means he came to this world with particular conception. You want to give this world a mood, the dedication. That if we can catch what Vaishnava came to give to this world, and then we are very fortunate. Otherwise, we may be very much sentimental about Lord and his devotees, but that is emotion and devotion is two different things. Govinda Maharaj always saying they are not same. Emotion and devotion are not same. We may be so much driven by emotions, but devotion is something has to come from a devotee when we are properly connected with him. Like Srila Guru Maharaj, he said, Guru means the meeting point of finite and infinite. So it is very difficult to, what you can say, understand Guru. Very difficult to understand because Guru in the border, finite and infinite, border is Guru. So very difficult to understand. Even though Krishna coming in the finite form, and yet he is the representative of infinite. Krishna coming in finite form, and yet he is the representative of infinite. So to understand that is very difficult actually. That's why Sridhar Maharaj told Jiva Tattva, Shiva Tattva, Guru Tattva, Dham Tattva, Nam Tattva, all these things are very difficult to understand because they are in the border. So according to one's development in Krishna consciousness, one can see or realize Guru, very differently actually. It's possible according to one's development. So Krishna is coming, Acharya Man Bijana, Krishna is coming to this world in the form of finite to help us, to direct us. So our connection with Guru is not just sentiments. Our connection with Guru is not just sentiments. Our connection with Guru is when we have, what you can say, given our complete heart for the Guru to, what you can say, change it. Guru, we have to allow Guru or Vaishnava to change our heart. We should not keep our heart closed. We should allow our heart to be changed. I was once asking, many times I asked actually initial days when I was interacting with Srimad Bhakti Nirmal Maharaj, I was asking him that, Maharaj, can you tell me how to overcome this ego? I used to always ask him this, how to overcome the ego. Then he told me once, you cannot do much, you cannot do about the ego much. It is the business of Guru. It is the business of Guru to destroy that ego. And then later on, I also heard from some devotees about in Gaudiya mats, you will find generally there is a lion and the elephant in the temple. The lion puts its one leg on the head of the elephant, just about to kill the elephant. So we heard that that elephant is the ego and the lion is Guru. Even the elephant is very powerful, ego is very powerful, but lion can kill elephant. Guru can kill, destroy elephant. So If Guru is merciful to us, then he will make us humble. Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya Koroi Dase Tina Pekha Ati Din. His mercy is that he make us humble. How we become humble? Then when we realize by the mercy of Guru how much degraded we are actually. How much degraded we are. We are thinking we already become devotees. But if Guru's mercy comes, then we will realize that how much degraded we are. How much bad things are there in our heart. We feel ashamed. Even Rupa Goswami is saying, I'm feeling ashamed even to pray that, please forgive my offenses. Forgive my, all these, what you can say, incorrect things. So that type of mercy, a Guru can come give. Acharya Maharaj was saying, one of his Vyas Puja, I was there in Dam Park a couple of years back when I came from myself, Muni Maharaj from London and America, that preaching we came. Then we were there in Dam Park at the time. We met him. His Vyas Puja was there. And then he told in the Vyas Puja one very important thing. He was telling that I had not came to Math to become Vaishnava or to become sadhu or whatever. I only came to become a servant of the Vaishnavas. If that much I can do, that is sufficient. Very nice thing. If we can really practice that thing, to become servant of the devotees. So he was very kind towards me, even though I'm very insignificant. I feel myself very insignificant. He used to come, even sometime I organized glorification of Srila Swarup Damodar Maharaj, Srimad Puri Maharaj, some programs, and he offered, very sweet glorification, Srila Acharya Maharaj. He was so much loving, actually, caring to the devotees. And devotees felt all over the world, many devotees felt his that, love. That is, if you can see that, that is, very, very important. Towards the end, actually, before coming to Bangalore, actually one devotee from Puri is the manager of our Math in Puri, Krishna Das Prabhu. He was inviting me so many years, Maharaj, please come when you are coming to Bengal, please come and preach in our village. And I said, yes, Prabhu, I will come, but I cannot make time actually. Whenever I go to Bengal, the program finishes, generally I come back for some preaching here or there, So this time, this Corona was there, and then again he called and told, okay, this time I will give some time, I will come to your village, no problem. Then I told this to Acharya Maharaj. Then immediately he told me, you take this, van and take all these devotees and, do preaching there. He sent some of the sannyasi devotees, Nirya Maharaj and, Govindo, so many devotees sent and some books. And we had a very nice program actually. So he was very happy whenever, some preaching is happening. Maharaj used to become very happy actually. That is, he always encouraged. And I was thinking now this difficult time, what we shall be doing. One of the most important thing I feel is that you have to learn to respect each other. That is most important thing. If we all can respect each other, we all have some defects. I know that, we all have, some problems. We are finite. To err is human. Srila Guru Maharaj used to say, to err is human. We always do mistakes actually. We always do mistakes. And if you are only finding mistakes among devotees ourselves and fighting with each other, struggling with each other, then Maya will be victorious. But if you all can unitedly fight against Maya, that will be very nice. Srimad Puri Maharaj always used to say to us, if you fight with each other, then Kali will be victorious. And if you can unitedly fight against Maya, then that will be good for us and good for others also. We have to cultivate a loving mood towards devotees, trying to serve devotees. They are already doing some service. If you can assist in some way. So that is very, very important. And Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math, we should never see Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math as just some buildings, some kind of, outward things, followers, all those things. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math is established with a the teachings of Chaitanya and Saraswati Thakur. That teaching, if we can understand that, what is being given, the revealed through Srila Sridhar Maharaj, Govinda Maharaj and Acharya Maharaj, that teachings that is being revealed, Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Math's, conception. And one of the important conception is that Srila Sridhar Maharaj told that to become negative, not to become positive. I am already a devotee. I know everything. We are the best. That mood has to be completely given up. I am the lowest. I am the lowest. Srila Sridhar Maharaj saying always, if we more advance towards infinite, the more intense will be the feeling that I am so much far from that divinity. So much fallen I am actually. Srila Sridhar Maharaj used to say, my chanting is noise pollution. He used to say like that. He used to feel like that. So this is a very important thing if we can learn. It's very good if we can try to learn these all teachings that are given by our gurus, and we can practice that under the guidance of the Vaishnava and realize those things. And if we can preach that to others, that will be very nice. Gaudiya Vaishnavism is not about to become very proud. That is not Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Mahaprabhu is saying that even though Krishna has invested all his energies in the holy name, but how much unfortunate I am, I have no taste for the holy name. I don't have even smell of devotion. That is the mood that Mahaprabhu came to preach in this world. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to preach that mood in this world. And Srila Saraswati Thakur wanted to establish that preaching at any cost. He was not giving any importance to outward formalities. He wanted to cook meat also for the students. He wanted to do anything actually. How the teaching of Mahaprabhu can be induced to the soul's consciousness. That is the only thing that he was thinking. Matalo Harijana Bisaya Ranga, he told even. The Vaishnavas are so surcharged with Krishna consciousness, they don't care about grand, what you can say, these all things that Maya has, what you can say, presented in this world. They are using those things even in Krishna consciousness service. Even we are using now the Zoom, laptop, everything in the service of the Lord. So that type of thing that Saraswati Thakur introduced. Saraswati Thakur has introduced that type of mood. Not that we have to go to forest or live by digging a hole in the dham. We'll live in that hole, like imitating Bhugarbha Goswami. That is not necessary. We have to try to time, place, circumstances. According to that, we have to learn how to use the everything for preaching the message, and for that we have to ourselves realize that message properly and make our life as much as possible simple life, simple living, high thinking. So if we are making our life too much complicated, then we have no time for thinking. So as much as possible we make life simple, but thinking should not be simple. If you make thinking simple, then everything is gone actually. People think, oh yes, simplicity means making the thinking simple. No, make your life simple, but thinking should be high. High thinking must be there. Sridhar Maharaj was sleeping on bricks on the floor. He was not having such grand building or facility or anything, but his thinking was very high. Big, tall bamboo, he put a sloka on that. Life was very simple actually. So if that spirit, if we can pick up, that is also very good. And I always feel Srila Acharya Maharaj, he was very merciful to everybody. In my own life, I feel, even though he could do everything, sometimes he used to give some opportunity to me to do something. You say, Maharaj, you can arrange, this all, South India booking, all the places we are going, or arrange the bus, or, something, that he could do easily, but he used to somehow arrange, tell me, then I used to try and to do something. And that he's giving some opportunity to do some service to him. Even though Actually, we were, not staying in Bengal always, but anytime program happens, he always calls us, and I must come. You must come to that program. Have to come, and you have to do all these things. He will tell in advance, like that. He was always thinking about, some parikramas, and he was telling me that when the corona is little less, we will be going to Char Dham Parikrama. He was telling me that you have to inquire how we can go to Char Dham Parikrama, where the booking will be and everything. He was inquiring, just a few weeks back. He was telling me that. Then I was telling that, we will postpone it for a few months. Seems to me now it is very difficult, but he was planning for that, to go to Char Dham actually. Many times he told me about that. He wanted to go to Char Dham. He likes to take devotees to all these holy places, and used to do very nice kirtan, beautiful way. And all devotees were very happy with that kind of thing, especially from Bengal. They are all, like Maharaj so much. They all coming, and they are living very, they can tolerate, they can, you see they, how much simple way they can adjust there in Gaur Purnima festival and other festivals. We need, all these rooms and like that. Even they can sleep on the veranda. They all can easily sleep, and they are all, giving so much enthusiasm to us. Even the old ladies, they are walking faster than us, seeing that we are getting so much encouragement. And Mahaprabhu was also, when he was going to Jagannath Puri to have darshan of Lord Jagannath, one old lady climbing on the shoulder of Mahaprabhu to see Jagannath. And devotees becoming very angry and saying, no, 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 don't become angry on her. Even I am thinking, when I will get that type of enthusiasm, what she has, eagerness to see Jagannath, when I will get that. Mahaprabhu was taking good thing from everywhere, in the blade of grass, the tree, everywhere he was taking the good. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami saying, I'm the lower than the worm in the stool. Jagai Madhai were attacking Nityananda Prabhu, but in that also Nityananda Prabhu could see something very good. Nityananda Prabhu seeing that while one is attacking, another trying to protect me. And that one thing, Mahaprabhu given love to Jagai Madhai, Mahaprabhu Nityananda Prabhu. So we have to learn to see that good in others. That will be very nice. And that is what Krishna's instruction also in Bhagavad Gita. Even my devotee is a very above level, Durachari. You see good in him, Arjun. If you can do that, then you will be a Mahatma. So, because by my mercy, my devotee will be purified of any other defects he has. He will be purified. We don't have to waste so much drain, inspector, seeing so many things, bad things in devotees. But if we're seeing the good, then it will be very nice for us. So these all things I was, just meditating in this difficult time. And thank you very much for all of your association. And I feel, some life by devotees, presence, devotees association, their encouragement, that is our life. Thank you very much. Pancha kalpataruvasya kripa sindhu bhayavacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
Srimad Bhakti Niskama Shanta Maharaj ki jai.
Jai
Thank you,
Gurudev.
Maharaj.
Jai.
Thank you for those very inspiring words. Thank you for sharing your experience with Srila Acharya Dev. So the devotees found that so interesting. We really appreciate it. Okay, so now we'll continue. Devotees will take turns to give honor to Srila Acharya Dev. So maybe now we can ask Sripad Adokshaja Prabhu from Mauritius to say something. Dhanavad Adokshaja Prabhu.
Dandavat Pranam Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam to all of you. Well, for us all, it's very, very sad to lose the association of Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj. Well, what can we say? You see, well, a few that we understand from him that everything goes through Guru. All the disciples, you see, everyone should focus on Sri Guru. And all our service goes through Sri Guru. And our sole aim is to satisfy Guru. That's what we have learned from Srila Acharya Maharaj. And from him we learned that to serve the devotees is the greatest asset for us. So we should always, we on our side, we should serve Guru and the devotees. And we always wish that Srila Acharya Maharaj be with us, encourage us in our service. We have learned much, much, much from him. And he has always been encouraging us. He has been phoning us a few times and asking us how our service is going on. And especially telling that if any difficulty, don't hesitate, consult. He is there and he is for our guidance and he is to encourage us. So he was very, very close to us. That's what we can say. Thanks to all of you. Dandvat pranam. Vanchakalpatarvascha kipasindhya vacha patitanam pavanibhyo vaishnavebhyo namo.
Shripad Adhokshaja Prabhu ki jai. Thank you, Prabhu, for those very sweet words. Yes, Srila Acharya Dev always made time. He was always concerned about the welfare of the devotees. Jai Gurudev. Okay, next maybe we can ask Sripad Priya Krishna Prabhu to say a few words. Dandavad Prabhu.
Dandavat pranam. Om Gyan Timirandasya Gnanjana Salakya Chakshorun Malitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Puja Sri Guru Varga Vandita Mahabhavan Vidaya Sala Paurva Pariya Parampara Prachalit Praja Prabhu Takshite Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Nibritam Samrakshakam Sadaram Vande Sri Guru Deva Manata Sira Acharya Varyam Nitam Panchakalpatarupa Shikpa Sindhubhya Vicho Patitano Pabunibhyo Vaisnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna Dandavat Pranam. Shra and Prashant Maharaj Dandavat Pranam. Shra Sripal Muni Maharaj Dandavat Pranam. Dandavat Pranam to all the devotees assembled. So it is very hard that we have lost our father, our divine father, who was really a father for us. For all the devotees, he cared too much for the devotees. When there will be, I was there in Singapore, when there will be a festival like this, he don't sit all the day, all the day long. He going here and they are going there. Sometimes he go by motorcycle to make arrangement for the devotees. He is our real father, and he cares for all of us. If we have take prasadam, the last person who will take prasadam is our Gurudev, Srila Acharya Maharaj, the last person. I was there, so he make all the devotees take prasadam for single Chaturdasi. It was 10 o'clock. My room was just was a room of Nirmal Maharaj. My room was there. So while coming, he opened my door. He said, "Priya Krishna Prabhu, you have taken prasadam?" I said, "Oh yes, Maharaj, I have just taken prasadam." Then he said to me, "Now I am going to take prasadam." So of the giving all the devotees, taking care of all the devotees, then the last he will go to take prasadam. You know, I have been only he, I don't know, a guru to do like this. He is a father. You know, once in Singapore, there was a Maharaj, the Maharaj who is in charge in it's Surabi Kunj. The Maharaj came to Singapore to Avdarshan, so he came, and I gave him
Avadut Maharaj? He's Avadut Maharaj?
Yeah, Maharaj.
Yes.
Avadut Maharaj. So he came, then I gave him some prasadam. Then he told me, you know, Srila Acharya Dev is a lion guru. He is a lion guru. You know, all the great sannyasi, all the stalwart sannyasis in Gaudiya Math, they all praise him for the seva that he is doing. He is getting the mercy of Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev directly, and he is doing his seva very, very likely. He contracted that I was there. The new land that he bought, less than 6 months, he contracted the guest house. He has the power of Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev. We saw that he is not ordinary. So we have lost what I can say, we have lost one that is more precious for us. So we have lost him only physically, but he is always, because he said that he is always blessing us. So I pray to him that he always bless us and forgive us for our offense, so that we can do our seva. We can continue the seva. Dandavat pranam vanchakapadaro vasitpa sindhu vyavacha paritanam bhavanibhyo vaisatibhyo.
Thank you, Priya Krishna Prabhu. Thank you for sharing those sweet memories with us. We really appreciate it. So maybe next we can ask Lakshmi Kanti Didi to say something. Dandavas Lakshmi Kanti Didi.
I'm not sure if Lakshmi Kanti is on, to be honest. I'm just in the car and she's in the shop. So it's just me, I'm afraid.
Okay. You going to speak now, Prabhu, or you can come back again later?
I'll come back later.
Okay. Dandavas Prabhuji. Okay, now maybe another devotee can try and share something. Kanupriya Didi, would like to say something?
Pranams, everybody. I'll just say something. Just short. It's very hard to express your feelings with how to. I just feel totally unqualified to really glorify him properly. But just feel so fortunate that I had the opportunity to go on a few programs with him and the devotees by the grace of Shanta Maharaj. But as the devotees were saying, he has a huge enthusiastic capacity to serve, and again, like he's just so fast from first thing early in the morning to the last thing at night. You know, he's the first there and the last there, and on the parikrams, just you just can't keep up. He's so fast and so enthusiastic. I remember on the last day of the last year's parikram of Bhakti Nirmal, and I remember him saying really so sweetly that, you know, the temple is our home, and to come back. You know, he was really making the temples, making them for all the devotees, and you know, he really was so dedicated to Gurudev's mission and to all of us, you know. And as Govinda Maharaj used to say, you know, he's my, where's my machine gun? I remember hearing that in one recent, one devotee was sharing, and I just thought that was so sweet, because that really is, you know, his mood was just like that. And we're gonna, you know, miss him dearly in his form, but as you said, and other devotees have said, he's with us sincerely in our serving, practicing lives, and just want to give my gratitude to all the wonderful devotees for sharing and being there. So thank you very much. Manchakalpa Turubhascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo
Jai, Kanupriya Didi ki jai. Thank you very much, Didi. Thank you for those very sweet words. Much appreciated. I know Danishta Didi wanted to share something as well with us. So Danishta Didi, please go ahead.
Dandavat Pranam to all devotees. Yes, very happy that we here can meet with each other. Thank you very much. Om Agyanti Vrandasya Jnandra Kishore Tasmai Guruve Namaha. Of course, as Kanupriya said, this week was very difficult. Yes, and of course, all devotees, their hearts wasn't ready. Yes, and we need to understand that really Acharya Dev, Srila Acharya Dev, want that we be more together. Of course, we need to continue our service. We need to be more attentive with our practice. Yes, with ourselves, how we can change ourselves. And of course, Srila Acharya Dev was our father, our friend, our highest guru, what we have got now. Like, that he was go through a lot of difficulties, and it's very painful. I know that all devotees all this time trying to support, to help him, and he win. In the end, he win, and very sad because, of course, all devotees have got big plans and they want to go when everything finish and to continue, and so of course all devotees said big words about Srila Acharya Dev. I really haven't got any skills how to glorify. Yes, and I want just to say that I remember a moment when in Vyasa Puja of Srila Acharya Dev, he was invited for darshan with Gaurangi Didi. Oh no, it was Gaura Purnima, yes. And with Madhavi Didi, and he just said, "You my daughters, you can tell me everything. I'm always with you, I'm always here. Don't be afraid," something like this. And of course, our heart was melting, and we feel so, like really about this family. We were like searching, like we understand that what that years before, what we were searching, we find all these years. And that's why all moments in our heart, in every heart of sincere devotees. And I very hope that through this time, we become more closer and trying to continue what asking and what want Srila Acharya Dev. Jai Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj ki jai.
Jai. Thank you very much, Danishta Didi. Thank you for sharing those heartfelt feelings with us. We really appreciate it. Yes, Srila Acharya Dev always give his support to the devotees all around the world, and he very much appreciated that support that he got. Always willing and ready to give his guidance. Any time of the day or night, devotees could phone him and get his mercy, get his guidance, receive his instructions. So we always remember and appreciate that. Okay, so anybody else would like to please share something with us? Some words of honor. Rasaraj Prabhu, would you like to say something? Prema Sundari Didi, any of the devotees, please feel free to speak. Kumkum Devidasi. Praneshwari Didi, yes.
Dhanava pranams. Srila Acharya Dev is a dynamo, and he will surely always continue carrying out projects for the satisfaction of Sri Gurudev, for Srila Govinda Maharaj, Srila Acharya Dev's dedication and affection for Sri Gurudev is wonderful. It has to continue giving us the strength, inspiration, and blessings. I recall one time when Amita Shakti Didi from Panama Karuna in Venezuela, she was doing the service of decorating the altar and dressing the deities in Eka Chakra. And Srila Acharya Dev arrived to the temple, and he came close to the altar, and excitedly he told the devotees, look, come and look. The deities have eyelashes. The expression of Srila Acharya Dev's face when he saw the eyelashes, it was truly delightful. Everyone has that phase of joy of Srila Acharya Dev in our hearts, not only in our minds. This past weekend was extremely sad, of course, and heavy for all the devotees around the world. But it also taught us that we need sadhu sangha, that without the devotees, we just wilt. And the association of the Vaishnavas is our oxygen. I'd like to especially thank Srila Avadut Maharaj, as he has always been there comforting us in the saddest times. We received from him the images when our divine Sri Gurudev parted, and now heavens sent him ahead to India so he could bless us again with images of the sweet honors rendered to Sri Gurudev's very dear and intimate disciple and servitor, Srila Acharya Dev. The image of Sudevi holding his head so sweetly, that is unforgettable. And the expression on Srila Acharya Dev's face was so peaceful and so sweet. He just closed his eyes. There was no suffering. He was ready to go to Srila Gurudev. And a few days ago, our dear Srila Janardhan Maharaj told us that one stick can easily be broken, but sticks that are kept together are unbreakable. So that is our hope. May Srila Acharya Dev's energetic and lively preaching heal and inspire our aching hearts, so we can continue all together with our seva. My obeisances to you all.
Thank you very much, Praneshwari Didi. Really appreciate your kind words. So before we go and start with the cooking session, anybody else would like to share their thoughts, their experiences with Srila Acharya Dev? Please feel free.
Dhanavad, Krishna King Prabhu.
Dhanavad, Krishna Kishore.
Dhanavad. I will try and say something, and in my usual style, I will probably say nothing, but I will try to say something. So, the only thing I can really speak of is, my own experiences and observations. And at the time of meeting Srila Acharya Maharaj, I was in a very bad place. Gurudev had passed, and I'd become very much disconnected from everything, and no desire to do anything, to be honest, in terms of devotional life, even though I was in some way trying to practice, but I had no inspiration. And Srila Acharya Maharaj picked me up from the floor and found some kind of use for me to engage me in service. And for that, I am forever indebted and will always be indebted for everything that comes by his grace. Like everyone else, we are struggling here to find the desire to carry on, but we have many sweet memories. My wife, Lakshmikanti, obviously has so many memories, but she finds it right now a little painful to discuss. But I mean, some of the things that came from my association with Srila Acharya Maharaj, whether it was darshans or face to face. I remember the first time I was there in his darshan, and he was asking me, "Oh, okay, you are married?" And I said, "Oh, no, Maharaj, I'm not married." "You have a job?" "Yes, I have a job." "Okay. Why are you not married?" I said, "Oh, I don't know. It's just not happened." And he's like, "I think it's because you have no hair." And I always found his sense of humor and his ability to make you feel like you were not getting out of that room with your ego fully intact. He was going to chip away at that ego and destroy it bit by bit, one way or another. And so many times we would see that with people. He would sort of make some little quip, and you could not help but laugh. Only he could get away with that kind of cheekiness. But on a more sort of serious side of things, I remember when we were on Parikram, and it was the year that he was released from the prison. And I remember the mood of everyone as he arrived the day before Gopanim, and it was so happy. And then after the Parikram, I watched as Paramahamsa Maharaj was in the crowd, and he made the most heartfelt plea I have ever seen for his godbrothers to help serve Gurudev together. And all I could think was, these same people who wanted to harm him and worked so tirelessly to make his life miserable. And he was there tolerating, looking after them, putting a roof over their head, feeding them, making sure still that everybody connected to Srila Gurudev in any way, shape or form was looked after. And I'd never seen anything like that. And I just could only think how he was the very personification of humility, tolerance, and respect. And that only he could have tolerated everything that he endured in the service of Srila Gurudev's mission to protect his marks and his deities. And I was just completely blown away by this. And from that point, my heart was sold to him. I could see nowhere else where I could possibly place my head other than his lotus feet. Really, I don't really have so much to say, but I know that the pain in our hearts, it is not going to go away easily. And all we can do is try and remember him and follow in his example. That's what he would want. And so that's all I got, I'm afraid.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Jai. Krishna Kishore Prabhu ki Jai. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for sharing that with us. We really appreciate it. Yes. Srila Acharya Dev was super tolerant, no doubt about that. Those who were trying to harm him in so many ways, those who were so disrespectful to him, still he was being so tolerant to them, and he was welcoming them to join. So this is something we can all learn and take with us, and this will help us in our spiritual life to be tolerant, humble, and always give respect to others. Never to find fault in others, but always find our own fault. This way we can proceed happily in our spiritual life. Okay, so anybody else would like to say something? Please feel free. If you wouldn't want to say something now, maybe later as well. So I think we can continue with the program. So as many of you remember, when Srila Acharya Dev was abroad visiting the different countries, devotees were preparing so many wonderful, tasty dishes for him. And we hear him on his Zoom session talking about that and remembering that, and he always appreciated that. And one of those devotees was Rajeshwari Didi, always making very tasty dishes for him. So today also, Rajeshwari Didi will be sharing a very nice recipe with us. one of Srila Acharya's favorite dishes. Thank you, Didi. Over to you.
Words pranam to all devotees. It's a very, very difficult moment for all of us, difficult time for all of us. But of course, try and remember Srila Acharya Dev with whatever thing we can, with prasadam, with cooking. I know that he is one of the best cooks. And today I'm going to just teach you something simple, not taking so much of your time. Everyone, all devotees, Dhanavad Pranam. Thank you for the service, and please forgive my offenses. I'm a bit nervous today, actually. So today I'm just going to cook some bihun. At Srila Acharya Dev was in Singapore. Whenever he's in Singapore, we used to cook this bihun for him for his breakfast. This is actually a breakfast meal. Noodles. It's noodles. It's very famous in Singapore. Many of us have it for breakfast. It is called bihun. It is called stir-fried bihun, but it is vermicelli. I'm going to use rice vermicelli today. I hope that I can bring a little bit of relief to everyone who is in a very, very sad mood. You know, so we're going to use this vermicelli. I've used about 500 grams of it today. I've soaked it. This vermicelli has to be soaked for half an hour in just normal water. Okay. And then there's some vegetables here. We're going to get the stock from the vegetables. Yeah, I've taken half a carrot and diced it like a julienne, cut into julienne. And I'm going to make a stock out of this and fry the bihun. And then we have corn, sweet corn, fresh ones, some capsicum, maybe just half a capsicum, a cupful of sweet corn, some baby corn, some cabbage. Just a handful, a quarter cabbage will do, but you just have to cut it like that, like julienne them, so that when you cook and extract the sauce out of it, you can cook the noodles with it. Some bean sprouts, some greens, some mustard greens, any kind of greens will do. And then we have tofu. You can just fry them, deep fry them. I will cut it and show you later. About 1 tablespoon of ginger. Okay, so we can start cooking, and the normal things, the oil, we'll have the oil, and sesame oil is also very important when we're using a little bit of sesame oil. If you don't get this, you can use any other oil, like maybe some almond oil or some walnut oil. If you can't get the sesame oil, it's a bit of nuts, any nuts oil will do also. So we can start cooking now. I'm going to use maybe spoon. I'll use measuring a little bit. Okay, not too much of oil because we are going to use some sesame oil also. So I used about 1 tablespoon of oil. Okay, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil and 1 tablespoon of freshly ground ginger. We're not going to take long, maybe 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes will be done. Okay. Fry your ginger till it's a bit brownish in color, till it's well cooked. Okay. Just stir fry it. You're just trying to get the stock out to be infused into the bihun, into the noodles. Okay, it's all cooking up nicely. Okay. We're going to add all our vegetables, shredded vegetables. Okay, sweet corn, everything, all the vegetables we can add. You can keep a little bit for garnishing. Maybe you want to just garnish your finished product later. Some baby corn, some capsicum. All this, if you see, are sweet vegetables. They give out a lot of juices. When you cook them, lots of juices come out from them. And they will wither off after cooking. You see lots of vegetables. Later, after cooking, you can only see the juices in. So you give a good stir fry. Okay. Okay, we're going to add some salt to taste. Using Himalayan pink salt, maybe it's about 1.5 teaspoons, and you can add later also. Okay. Cook it up very nicely. If you want to add some chili, you can also add. Okay, if you don't want, just omit this. Just a little bit, not much. Okay. Give a good stir. Lots of hot vegetables, some carrots, some cabbage, sweet corn, and baby corn, capsicum. Even you can add some beans. Any vegetables that gives out lots of water. Okay, now we're going to add some water to cook these vegetables. Okay, maybe 1 cup. 1 cup, 1 bowl of water. And 1 bowl, maybe 1.5, because we're going to cook the bihun, the rice vermicelli in this water. This water is going to form as the stock for the vermicelli, rice vermicelli. Okay, just boil up, and if you have time at home, cook it down a little bit more. You can cook it until it's very, very soft. Okay, now I'm not going to waste a lot of time because all the devotees can hear more about Maharaj. Okay, so now it's like cooking. You can also add the bihun at this stage. And I'm going to add some pepper. I have some white and black pepper. Maybe a teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon. Pepper is nice. If you see, I'm just adding very little chili, and the spiciness is going to come from the pepper. Okay, cook up nicely. Okay. And we can also add some sesame oil. The sesame oil is very important because this is a Chinese style noodle. Also, about this spoon, this is like a dessert spoon actually. We can use about 1 tablespoon. Okay, eyeballing it, it's roughly about 1 tablespoon. Okay, that's why I say do not add too much of oil because we're going to have sesame oil in it. You can add tofu, you can add soy chunks, anything, but I'm not adding that today. Okay, so you can see lots of liquid has come out. It's all from the vegetables also. Well, if we have time, you can cook this down a little bit more further. But if we don't have so much time like now, you just go ahead and add your bihun. I've soaked this bihun. You can see some of us blanch this. But if you blanch this while cooking, they get broken into small pieces. So you don't want your noodles to break and get mushy. You just soak it in normal water. And for half an hour, 1 hour will do. And you add it here. I've taken about 500 grams of vermicelli. Okay. Srila Acharya Dev likes all this Singapore style kind of food, you know. So when he comes here, we try and cook for him and impress him with all this. And when we also go to India, we buy these noodles and bring it over for him. It's a simple noodle, but this is eaten here quite a bit in Singapore. Yeah, normally as a breakfast. See, so colorful. What I normally do, I use that same stock to cook down to make the noodles softer. You know, some of us blanch it in hot water. As I told you, it will get very soft after that. So you use the water from all the vegetables plus whatever water you have added, you know. Okay, you can use soy sauce, light soy sauce, but I'm not going to use. In place of that, we can use some lemon juice. The soy sauce gives some sourishness, so I'm going to use some lemon juice. Okay, I'm using a calamansi lemon, the smaller one. If you don't get it, you can also use the big yellow lemons. Okay, at this stage, you can give a good stir.
Rajeshwari Didi, can I ask what is the difference between this and the Adiyappa? What is that called? Adiyappa? Adiyappa?
Idiyappam is a South Indian delicacy, and it is a sweet dish. It's made of rice flour, and then they mix the flour and they eat it as a breakfast also. This is really savory dish. It's a Chinese style noodle. Well, yes,
This noodle and Adiyappa noodle look same.
Yes, they do. They look alike. Idiyappam noodles. Yes, they do, but this is definitely not idiyappam. It's idiyappam, they call it.
Okay.
Yeah, South Indian. Yes. Yeah.
When I was in Chennai for this conference, they were every day serving that Idiyappa.
What you can do is you can just want to test the noodle. If it's cooked, just break it a little bit. Yes, it's perfectly cooked. You know, do not add too much of water, then it becomes very slimy and very soupy. So at this point, what I do is add our grains. Our grains, I don't want it to be overcooked, so you can add it now. Okay, lots of grains is good, and then the bean sprouts. You know, don't overcook them. So when you add them now, and you just give a good stir, they will all stay crunchy and nice. See, why I chose this noodle is so that I can quickly cook, and then we can go back to talk about Maharaj. Okay, so just give a good stir. You don't want your vegetables to overcook and become soggy also, and lose its nutrients. So you retain your nutrients. Very nice, colorful noodles.
Okay, can I ask one question?
Yes.
When would you add the tofu? You had fried tofu. I know Acharya Maharaj liked tofu. He said many times.
Yes, yes, he likes
tofu with this dish.
Yes, he likes. I can make tofu dishes next time. So I've actually deep fried.
That's me when you're gonna add.
Yeah, the tofu has already.
When would you? At what stage would you add it if you were going to add the tofu?
Yes, actually, it's the last bit.
Or
Now I can. You can see the tofu here. I've deep fried them, so you can add it as a garnish, or you want some of the sauce to be infused in the tofu. You can add it now. What I do is I deep fry it like that. You cut it into cubes, and you add it in your noodles. Okay, it's very, very nice, and you get all your proteins from your tofu. And if you add it now and give it a good stir, you will also get all the juices into the tofu. Then you won't taste so plain. Okay. If someone likes some soy sauce, you can always add it at the side and eat it. Okay, you can see at the end, you just taste for salt. If you think you need more salt, you can add some salt. Okay, that's it actually. Don't overdo your bihun. Don't overdo your rice vermicelli. They'll get more soggy. See, it should be like this, very fluffy and very nice. Okay, that's it. You have this with a nice lemon juice, a nice hot beverage. It's very nice. So, okay, we are done. We have done with the noodles, and I'm going to offer them. Okay, I'll just off this. A nice plate for Srila Acharya. With him, he adds lots of tofu, vegetables. All of you can try this for him. You can also use any other kind of noodles if you have some flat noodles, some yellow noodles. You know, they call it the kway teow, the yellow, the mee, yellow mee, lots and lots of noodles, even the brown noodles if you want to be healthy. You know, you can just go to the market and get any kind of noodles, but you can just follow the same method because noodles needs lots of flavor to get into it because noodles is very plain. So normally the non-veg people get lots of juices from all their meat. So here we are using lots of vegetables, like even celery can be used, carrot, cabbage, lots of vegetables to extract the juice. And you see, I don't use anything from the bottle also like the soy sauce, or oyster sauce or whatever. I'm trying to get everything from the vegetables. Even the corn, the young corn, there's lots and lots of sweetness, natural sweetness that we need. And then you add some pepper, some lemon juice. That's it. We're done with a beautiful preparation for Srila Acharya Dev, all the devotees.
Ravanashri is asking if you can use tamari sauce instead of salt. He's asking in the chat.
What is
tamari sauce? No, not instead, not instead. If at the end you need a little bit of salt, maybe you can try tamari sauce, give that extra touch, right?
Yes, you can. I'm also like, you need the extra touch, you can add some calamansi. No, what you can't see. Some calamansi, and this is very nice. Even if you have some chili, you can add it. I'm adding some chilies for the decoration part. Adding some nice chilies so that it looks like that, and some more lemon. So this is done. Okay. Let's all go together and give it to Srila Acharya. Nirmal Acharya Maharaj ki
Jai. Thank you very much, Rajeshwari Didi. That's
Thank
really
you.
amazing. It's very healthy as well, and you made that look really easy. So thank you for that. Yeah.
I want to make
So
it easy. Thank you.
Jai.
Yes.
The devotees will share your recipe on the Conscious Cooking website. So thank you for that. Really appreciate it. Jai.
Thank you so much for the service. Thank you so much for the service. Humble.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so now we will do some kirtan. So I will share with you the songs on screen, and then we can start chanting. 1 second. So we will sing Shri Guru Charana Padma. I can share this.
Just before we start singing, can we hear the heart from Krishna Nandini Didi, please?
Krishna Nandini Didi? Say again, Didi, I didn't hear.
Krishna Nandini.
I'm okay. I just.
Didi is very shy.
Our heads were at the lotus feet and still are at the lotus feet of Srila Acharya Dev. And we really appreciate everything, all his love and affection, which was unconditional. Thank you.
Jai Gurudev. Okay. Priya Krishna Prabhu, would you like to chant Shri Guru Charana Padma? Priya Krishna Prabhu is not online?
You can start.
Okay, I will sing. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Shatma Guru Charana Padma Kevala
Bhakti Sadma
Andomui Shabadana Mate
Andomui Sabdhana Mate
Ahara Prasade Bhai Bhavatoriya Jai
Ahara Prashade Bhai Bhavatoriya Jai
Krishna Prapti Hoy Jaha Hoite
Krishna Prapti Hoy Jaha Hoite
Guru Mukha Padma Vakhya Chitati Koriyakya
Guru Mukha Padma Vakhya Chitati Koriyakya
আর না করিও মনে আশা
আর না করিহ মনে
মানে
আশা
আশা
গুরু চরণে সে উঠম গাছি
চরণে রাখি সেই উঠামাগাছি
হে প্রসাদে পুরে সর্ব আশা
প্রসাদে পুরে সর্ব আশা
চক্ষুদন্নু দিল যে জন্মে জন্মে প্রভু সে চক্ষুদন্নু দিল যে জন্মে জন্মে প্রভু সে
জন্মে প্রভু
জ্ঞান হৃদয় প্রকাশিত
হৃদয় প্রকাশিত
প্রেমা ভক্তি যাহা হইতে অবিজবি নশ যতে হেদে গায় যাহার চরিত গুরু করুণা সিন্ধু অদম জনার বন্ধু জগন্নাথ লোকের জীবন প্রভু কর দোয় দেহ মোরে পদ ছয়
প্রভু কর দয়া দেহ
আহা প্রভু কর দোয় দেহ মোরে পদ ছয়
প্রভু কর দয়া দেহ মোরে পদ ছয়
আদম লইল শরণ পদ লইনু শরণ শরণ নীলাম অপয় শ্রীপাদ পদ্মেশ্বর নীলাম ময় দোয় করো হে পাবন শ্রী গুরুদেব দোয় করো হে আত্মা পতিত জনে দোয় করো হে জয় গুরুদেব 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 জয় জয় গুরুদেব
জয় জয় গুরুদেব
গুরুদেব জয় জয় গুরুদেব
জয় জয় গুরুদেব 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 জয় জয় গুরুদেব
জয় জয় গুরুদেব জয় গুরুদেব
की जय song we can sing O Vaishnava Thakura and share that
she's not, I think she's left. Krishna Keshava Prabhu, if he wants to sing.
Thank you, Didi. O he Vaishnava Thakura Dayara Sagara Ida se Karunakari.
O he Vaishnava Thakura Dayara Sagara Jase Karunakari.
Dhiya Parachaya Sodhahe Amaya Tumara Charana Dari. Jaya Vegadami, Jaya Dosa Shodhi, Jaya Guna Dehadase.
Jaya Vegadami,
Jaya
Jaya
dosa shodhi, Jaya guna dehodase.
Jaya Satsan Sangha Deha He Amare Baseche Sangera Ase.
Jaya Satsangi,
Dehe
Jaya
amare baseche sangera ase.
Ekaki Amara Nahi Paya Bolo Harinama Sankirtane.
Ekaki amar nahi paya bolo,
Harinama
sankirtane.
Tumi Kripa Kari Shradha Bindu Diya Deha Krishna Namadane.
Tumi Krupa Kari Shraddha Bindu Diya Deha Krishna
Krishna se tomara Krishna dite paro tomorasha katiyache.
Krishna se
Tomar
Tomara
Krishna
Dite
Dite
Paro
Paro
Tomara
Amita Kangala Krishna Krishna Boli Daitava Pache Pache.
Amita Kangala Krishna Krishna Boli
Daitava Pache Pache.
Amidai Tava Pache Pache.
Amidai
Pache
Pache
Krishna Dana Pabarase Daitava Pache Pache.
Krishna Dana Pavarase Daitava Pache Pache.
Tumidile dite paro.
Tumidile Krishna
Dite paro.
Krishna Toma Hridaya Dan Tumidile Yodite para.
Krishna Toma Hridaya
Dite paro.
Krishna Deva Shakti Dara Tumidile Yodite para.
Krishna Devar Shakti Daro
Dara
Tumi
Dite
Dile Paro.
Dayal Vaishnava Thakur, Dayal Vaishnava Thakur, Vaishnava Thakur, Dayal Vaishnava Thakur.
Dayal
Vaishnava
Vaishnava
Thakur,
Thakur,
Dayal
Dayal
Vaishnava
Vaishnava
Thakur,
Thakur,
Vaishnava
Vaishnava Thakur, Dayal Vaishnava Thakur.
Jaya Acharya Maharaj, Jaya Acharya Maharaj, Acharya Maharaj, Jaya Acharya Maharaj.
Jaya
Maharaj, Jaya Acharya
Acharya
Maharaj,
Maharaj,
Acharya
Acharya
Maharaj,
Maharaj, Jaya Acharya Maharaj.
To the devotees.
Dandavat everyone. I have to go. Another program is there, so I have to join some devotees. So thank you very much for your association.
I was just going to
Dandavat.
ask you to sing my Jai Nama Krishna.
Dandavat. Dandavat, Priya Krishna Prabhu. I'm missing you. Your wonderful
I
service.
also am missing you, Maharaj.
Your wonderful service in Govardhan, I cannot forget. You cleaned the whole Govardhan temple. We all, were together doing that. Gundicha Marjani.
Yeah, Maharaj, very nice. I also am missing you, Maharaj.
Yes. Please take care of your health. We meet again, okay? Dandavat.
Dandavat Maharaj. Thank you for joining us.
Dandavat. Dandavat.
Hare Krishna. Priya Krishna Prabhu. Okay. Would like to chant Hare Hare Rama Krishna, please.
Okay. Hariharaya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Hariharaya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Kesavaya Namaha.
Madhavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudan.
Gopal Govinda Ram
And Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan.
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan.
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra.
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra.
Adadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Adadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta
Vrinda.
Jaya Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunan.
Jaya Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath.
Siva Gopal Bhatt Das Raghunath.
Jiva Gopala Bhatta Das Raghunath.
He Jai Gosai Kori Charana Vandan.
He Jai Gosai Charana Vandan.
Yaha hoite Vignana Sabista Puran.
Yaha hoite Vignana Sabista Puran.
Hey Jai Gosai Ar Munitar Das.
He Jai Gosai Ar Munitar Das.
Tantra Bara Padare no Mora Panchagras. Charana Sebi Bhakta Sane Bas. Janame Janame Mor Abilas. He Jai Gosai Jabe Braja Koilabas. Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Kurila Prakash.
Radha Krishna Lila
Devolo Hari Braja Vrindavan.
Ananda Hari Vrindavan.
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Mandrayaman. Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyan.
Sri Guru Vaishnava Padma Koriyan.
Nama Sankirtana Kahe Narottam Das.
Harinam Sankirtana Kahe Narottam Das.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Rama
Rama Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Rama
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Jai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol.
Jai Gaur Hari Bol
Hari Bol Hari Bol. Please do the Kijai Chant, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please do Kijai. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. You can hear me?
Prabhu.
Please do Kijai, Prabhu.
Oh. Jai Subharikara Sisi Guru Gauranga Gandharva Govinda Sundar Ju Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Subharikara Sisi Guru Gauranga Radharas Bihari Ju Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Subharikara Sisi Guru Gaur Nityananda Ju Ki Jai. जय श्री गुरु भक्त प्रभुराज महाराज श्री लक्ष्मी नृसिंह भगवान की जय। मितवाद परमहंस परिवरकाचार्य वरीय स्तोत्र भक्ति निर्मल आचार्य महाराज की जय। मितवाद परमहंस परिवरकाचार्य वरीय स्तोत्र भक्ति सुंदर गोविंद देव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। मितवाद परमहंस परिवरकाचार्य वरीय स्तोत्र भक्ति रকক सिद्धार्थ गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। मितवाद भगवान श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय। मितवाद श्री गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। मितवाद जय सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। मितवाद श्री गणाधार भक्ति महाराज की जय। गुरु वर्ग की जय। नाम आचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री बलदेव विद्याभूषण की जय। श्री विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती प्रभु की जय। श्री नरोत्तम श्यामानंद श्रीनिवास आचार्य प्रभु की जय। श्री वृंदावन दास ठाकुर की जय। कृष्णदास कविराज की जय। सबोध श्री नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। सबोध श्रीमान महाप्रभु की जय। राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंद राधा कुंद वरदान की जय। लक्ष्मी हरे की जय। शुद्ध भक्ति विद्यानाथाय श्री सिंह भगवान की जय। महाराज की जय। तुलसी महारानी की जय। देवी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। गंगा यमुना जी की जय। ग्रांडराज की जय। ग्रांडराज गीता की जय। श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय। श्री चैतन्य भागवत की जय। श्री चैतन्य सरस्वत मात की जय। श्री सिंहपली चैतन्य सरस्वत मात की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। श्री मायापुर धाम की जय। श्री मायापुर धाम की जय। जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। श्री धाम की जय। पंड धाम की जय। धामनपुर धाम की जय। एक चक्र धाम की जय। श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा जी की जय। वेद वैष्णव मंडल की जय। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। नाम आचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। श्री सदाशिव गंगाधर की जय। राम वेद भक्त वृंद की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे।
हरि 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 बोल। हरि बोल। जय गुरुदेव। जय गुरुदेव।
दंडवत दंडवत प्रभु दंडवत।
Thank you, Prabhuji. Priya Krishna Prabhu, your chanting and your Jai Dwani, it has transported us to Navadip Dham. So that was really amazing. Thank you so much. So just to conclude, I think Krishna Nandini Didi has a little clip of Srila Acharya Dev she'd like to play. Okay, Didi, you can.
I will establish the religion of the age of Nama Sankirtan, and through this religion I will induce the whole world to dance.
Our leader, Srimad Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj, he is arranging everything here. You are looking. It is not necessary to tell. He is highly qualified. Yes. And I chosen him as next Acharya of this mode.
Maya. Maya means anything that somehow leaves you in a condition of non-resolute unenthusiasm, lack of enthusiasm. That's Maya. If you're not dancing in ecstasy, chanting the name of the Lord with full faith in your association and Guru, you're under the influence of Maya. Arkoto Kal, Gumai Ibe. How long are you going to stay like that?
Jai Om Vishnupad Jagat Guru Shri Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai all the assembled devotees ki Jai. All the worldwide devotees ki Jai. Jai Gaur Pramanande. So, Hari Hari Bol. So again, one more time, thank you all for joining us. It was really a wonderful program. It was really an honor having you all association. And we do this every Saturday. You know, some kirtan, some reading, some discussions, and some cooking. So please join us again for this session next week, Saturday. Kanupriya Didi and Krishanandani will send the notices on WhatsApp, on Facebook. So really appreciate everything. Thank you very much. Jai Gurudev. Dandavad Pranam. Please forgive my offenses. Please forgive my offenses.
Dandavad Prabhu, Dandavad,
Please
Dandavad.
forgive my offenses. Dandavad. Dandavad.
All the assembled devotees, Dandavad.
Humble pranams to everyone.
Dandavad. Dandavad.
Thank you.
Dandavad, Dandavad, Dandavad.